Hi, it's me, Dr. Torno. Um, if you are getting this message, it is because you are personally invited to attend a retreat that is in the works right now. That is a little backstory is I had wanted to do something with Tony Robbins in 2019. It did not work out. And that's when all this garbage happened and things kind of went bazooko. And anyway, it kind of came around again. Went back and forth this week on some things, and something came up for March 17th through the 21st. And so I jumped on board and got a ticket, and when I got the ticket, it's virtual. Everything's virtual right now. When I got the ticket, at the end of the ticket, it showed that it had an offer for these boxes, that if I wanted to add boxes, then I could add boxes. I didn't know what boxes were. Well, so I went through and the ticket was $1,200. I'm just being upfront with you. After it was over, I went back and watched the 5-day deal. I'm still in process. I'm only on day 2, being honest. But when I got to day 2, at the end, there was like a Q&A, and we could talk. And basically, the woman on there had been asked the question, well, since this is virtual, like, how are you keeping it where other people who maybe not bought a ticket are accidentally in the room listening, but they're not actually paying members? Like, how are you doing this? Or does that mean, like, if my husband is sitting in the room, that he needs to buy a ticket? And what happened is that basically he was like, you know what, since this is virtual and I'm feeling generous and blah blah blah, that basically if one person buys the ticket, then you can have as many people that you want to show up, and they don't have to purchase the tickets. And then so someone came on and said, well, if they're there and they want to participate, will they have the materials and what have you to be able to, write down things? There's like a board that you got to punch through, and all this kind of crazy stuff. But so that's whenever he came up with, you know what, we'll send out packets to anybody who chooses to do add-ons for if he goes, you know what, why don't you just even get like an Airbnb and everybody piling together, and you can have a bunch of people all learning and remembering together. He didn't use those words, but me. So that's what the boxes were. So that being said, I looked at the dates and found out, like, with my time frame of my schedule, I have to book with things way in advance. And I had actually scheduled to be in Florida that week, which that means I have someone to help me with my animals and what have you. And I was going to be at JD's. Now I've looked into JD's, and that may be where we go. But I was looking to see, like, there might be more than just 6 of us that can fit in a place. And so we're in the works of finding a place, and we may have found a place already that will house 16 people in one house. And then we would just be in the living room, and all of us would have our materials, and we would be learning this amazing stuff and participating together. So all that being said, what I'm looking for is people who are not only interested in working with me personally and spending some time with me personally, but also some people who are interested in growing their Young Living business specifically. And ways that we can do that would be self-development in our own space in our heart. So just getting confidence, also remembering, branding and influence, and knowing how to run a business, and a little bit. And I'm not saying you guys might all have different businesses, whether it's like Raindrop or Reiki, or maybe you're just a homeschool mom or something, but you're doing this Young Living stuff on the side. Whatever it is, being a person of influence right now is really, really important. And it's a great way to encourage and love on people outside of your little circles that we might have, within our real people world versus, outside. And so my goal would be to get actual people who are really actively in Young Living and or would like to be active in Young Living, would like to brand themselves, would like to get out there and get a jump start on this, and to work with me specifically in doing that, because I would like to get us in a little pod where we're supporting one another, whether it's through social media or person, and just, cheerlead and mentor and just be there to connect with people, because I have a lot of people on my team, and many of them are just, customers, which is great. You guys have your people too. I have other people who are members and they're specifically ordering every month and they're on subscription. That's good too. But I'm looking for people who actually want to or choose to be more active in gaining more enrollers, helping support the world, especially with what's going on. And, the way I am getting people is, and I probably 6 to 10 new people a month, is just engaging and loving on people and being a presence and, connecting with others. And it's taking a lot of self-development on my part too, and just, constantly looking at all my shadows, figuring out what are my beliefs, remembering how to get new beliefs, replacing those with decrees, what have you. And I believe that this will be a concentrated time where we will not only be connecting with God and ourselves and our own belief systems and our own understanding of who we are and why we are the way we are, but connecting with each other and having accountability and having fun with each other, and not just something that we're going to do this one time together, but that it will build relationship for us to like, oh, remember that time we did that, and who knows where this will go. But every retreat we've ever done has been a lot bigger, until this last one that we had with just 30, which honestly was my favorite one that we've ever done. And it was just so intimate. So I'm looking at just having a handful of people that are really, really choosing to go for this, and to how to orchestrate, whether you're, like I said, Raindrop or Reiki or counselor or minister or whatever you are, and also incorporating the health aspect of mental health and physical health and emotional support and physical support to you and your team and to anyone else that comes in your field. So people are grounded and people are uplifted, and people can have the physical support in their immunity to sustain what's going on in the energies of the world right now, as well as the mental of, just ease in their nervous system, and knowing how to connect with them, and rolling around some ideas on that, and just kind of masterminding together in this time. So if that is something that you are interested in, I am just, like I said, I talked to Nancy Flowers and about this, because I was just going to do this by myself and maybe have Nancy come with me, maybe my husband or something. But then I was like, I woke up this morning and I was like, you know what? I can think of some other people that I really enjoy being around, and this may be something to help them in their lives, your lives. And some people came to mind. I made a list, and I was going to reach out and call you individually and explain all this. But then I was like, it's faster to make a video and just send it out. And, if it's not for you, I am like so cool with that. If it is for you and you're feeling a yes, and you know that this is it, then definitely get back with me. And my dog is barking and people are here. And we will have a further conversation. But love you so much. You are shiny and radiant, and I'm looking forward to seeing if this is something for us. All right. Bye-bye.